A very good morning to all the students. I welcome you to the first English literature class, and for this class we'll be starting first with the prose section. Now, what is prose? Prose means stories. So if I talk about stories, the first story that I'll be starting with in your class 9th is Old Man at the Bridge by Ernest Miller Hemingway. Now, before going to the exact story or reading it through the book, I would like to tell you a few things, and among them, the most important and you can say the foremost thing to begin the story is a small introduction about the author. Now, if you look, the author of the story, Old Man at the Bridge, is Ernest Miller Hemingway. He was born on July 21st, 1899 in Cicero, that is in US, United States, and died on July 2nd, 1961. He was American novelist, journalist, and short story writer, and was also awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1954. His succinct means his way of writing, that means brief writing, or you can say compact writing pattern, and lucid prose style. Lucid means something which is easy to understand. Exerted a powerful influence on American and British fiction. Fiction means stories which are not actually reality, or can be in a form of a prose or a novel in the 20th century. This is about Ernest Miller Hemingway. Now, from where he got the inspiration of writing this story, what is the theme, what is the basic reason that why he wrote this story, that I'm going to give you in a short summary. Old Man at the Bridge was inspired by Hemingway's travel when he was traveling as a war correspondent. War correspondent means like a reporter. During the Spanish Civil War in 1930s, Spanish Civil War was broken up. That was in 1930, and he was being appointed as a war correspondent, as a reporter, to give the information of what was happening in the war. So when he went there he got inspired by the situation, the circumstances, what he was viewing there, what he was seeing there, and on the basis of this, he has written the story. In fact, the story was originally composed as a news dispatch. He was a correspondent, he was a reporter, so his work was to write article in newspaper. When I say news dispatch, I mean to say news report or newspaper article. From the Amposta Bridge over the Ebro River on Easter Sunday in 1938, as the fascists were set to occupy, the fascist is the community, they were going to conquer, they were going to invade the region here at near Ebro River. Ebro River is supposed to be in Spain. And Hemingway decided, while he was viewing this situation, while he was going around seeing the war circumstances, he was supposed to make out a report of it. So when he was making the report, he felt that instead of writing this as a newspaper report, he decided that he would submit this snippet, you can say a snippet means a small story, a small extract, a paragraph. So he decided that this small story or this snippet he will be writing as a short story in a magazine rather than as a news report in the newspaper. So this is how this story was born, or you can give it got existence as a short story. Now I move further by just introducing you today with the summary of the story, how this story starts, where it sets, what is happening in the story in a short and a brief summary. Now, this story is supposed to be set in the countryside. Countryside means rural areas or a village area during the Spanish Civil War. Now, while Hemingway was going around seeing things, people who were being affected by this war, or they were facing the problems of the war. He is taking up the character of the story from these people only. So he says that this countryside scene is there and Spanish war has broken out, and then he sees an old man with spectacles. Spectacle means glasses. He was supposed to be sitting on the side of the road near a pontoon bridge. What is a pontoon bridge? Pontoon bridge is supposed to be a floating bridge. You must have seen the bridges which keep on floating, like when you have Magh Mela and Kumbh Mela here in Allahabad, you see temporary bridges are made which are put on floats. So that is a pontoon bridge. So the story starts with an old man. He is wearing spectacles, he is very tired, he is exhausted, and he is sitting by the side of the road near a pontoon bridge that crosses a river. And on that bridge, number of people, peasants, farmer, men, women, they are moving very fast, and they are crossing the river to safeguard themselves from the facets attack. Now the facets are the people who are going to approach and invade this region of Ebro River, or the banks or the regions of San Carlos, this a region near this river. So they are coming to invade this region. So people are running away, they are evacuating those places and moving to safer places. You'll see the name coming up as Tortosa, places coming like Barcelona. They are moving there. They are being shifted there so that their lives can be saved from the attack of the enemy. So they are all moving, and in this movement there's an old man who is sitting at the you can say at the side of the road on the pontoon bridge, and he's just seeing the people who are passing by. All of a sudden, this old man is being seen by the narrator. The narrator here in the story is a soldier whose duty is to see that he has to go across the bridge and to see till where the enemy has approached, and then go back and tell to his commandant or his regiment that yes, now slowly and gradually the army is moving ahead, or they are approaching near the region. So he saw this man sitting who says, now this is the soldier who is moving around, he is helping the people also to cross the bridge, plus he is seeing whether the enemy has approached or not. The narrator who says his work is to cross the bridge and find out how far the enemy has advanced. And while he doing so, he finds some old man who was sitting on the bridge when he crossed the bridge to perform his duty. Now, while he sees this old man, he is exhausted, he is tired. He goes near him, he approaches to him, and he starts talking to him. And he tries to elicit. Elicit means try to draw us out. He wants to bring out some information out of this man, that who are you, from where are you coming, why are you not going, where do you want to go. So he is trying to fetch out some information from the old man. So he elicits the information that the hometown of this old man is supposed to be San Carlos. That is the place from where this old man is coming. And he was the last person to leave the town and had to also leave his animals there. He is supposed to be looking after some animals there in the town, but because of this attack, because of this war, he was forced to leave his small family of these animals and his own native land. Native land means his homeland. The narrator or the soldier, nervously waiting the advent means the coming, of the Facet's army, asked the old man about his animals. Now, while he's performing his duty, he's also talking to him, he's also asking him about his animals. Okay, what animals are you having? Where were you living? Is there anyone else in your family or not? So, what this man says, he says, yes, I have some animals, and what are they? They're supposed to be 2 goats, a cat, and 4 pairs of pigeons. And then he tells him that a major came to his house, to his place, and told him to evacuate his land, his house, his town, and also leave his animals and move out of the place because of artillery fire. What is artillery? When cannons and big guns are used in war, so they cause massive destruction. So the major came there and he told everyone to evacuate the place, and in that lot, in that group of people, this old man was also there. So he says, he told me to leave the place and evacuate from there. He says, I have no family. He is telling the soldier that I have no family, and for me, my only family was supposed to be by my animals. And because of all this war, all this artillery, I had to leave my family behind, all my animals behind. So he says that I am now worried that what my animals must be doing. He is behaving as if those animals are real human beings. Now this poor man, he has no one else except for those animals. So when he's sitting here, he's too much concerned about the animals. He's thinking about the animals. He said, oh, what will happen to them? I have left the house. I have come here. Who will look after them? There's a lot of artillery taking place. Cannons and fireballs are coming, and all my animals will be dead. So he's concerned about, and he's talking to the soldier. He's saying, I don't know what will happen to them. Who will look after them? He says, I'm very sure that the cat will be smart enough to look after itself. But what about my other animals? What will they do? Now the poor soldier, he's quite confused. He said, it's amazing. This man is not bothered about his own life. He's bothered about the animals. And he's also concerned about this old man and his safety. Because he thinks and he sees that he's very old. He's an old man of 76 years. And that old man also tells the soldier that I have walked 12 kilometers. Now I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I cannot move any further. But the narrator tries to persuade him, tries to encourage him, tries to make him understand that for him, his safety is more important than anything else. He tries to, give him suggestions, some ideas that you walk ahead, go further. Across the bridge, there are some trucks standing and they are going to Barcelona. You also go there, slowly and gradually move ahead, go there, and you can go to Barcelona. But the old man, he's so tired, he's so exhausted that even when he tries to stand up, he again goes back and he sinks back on the ground where he is sitting. He's very thankful to the soldier. The old man shows his gratitude to the soldier, that I'm extremely thankful to you that you are concerned about it. The narrator tries to pacify him, that please get up and go, but the old man is so exhausted that he is not willing to leave the place. There is a moment where he tries to get up and tries to walk, but again sinks back down. Now the narrator, because he's supposed to be a soldier, he has duty, he has to move ahead. He is going from there, leaving the old man on his condition. But then he again feels sad about him. He's too concerned about him. He's worried about him, that what will happen to this man. the soldier thinks that the only good luck what is left with this man, or you can say something good what this old man is having at present, is the thought of the cat. Because every time he's talking to the old man, man keeps on saying that I know the cat will look after itself. I know the cat will look after itself. But what about the other animals? But what about the other animals? So he's just trying to relate the happiness, or you can say the only happiness what the old man, or what the satisfaction that the old man has, is that the cat will be alive. Rest, he has nothing to think about. He is not bothered about his life. He's not bothered about himself. In the end, the soldier says, there will be a line in the story, it says, the soldier thinks in the end that the old man's only luck is that cats can look after themselves. And the other good luck is that the day is overcast. Overcast means it is supposed to be a cloudy day. And as it is a cloudy day, the facets are not able to do any kind of air attack, or they are not able to launch any air attack, because the planes are not able to fly in cloudy weather. So say that these are supposed to be the only two good luck with this man. One good luck, that is cat, one member of his dear family of those animals is going to be alive. And second, that this man is at present alive. Otherwise, if the facets would have attacked from air, or would have launched air attack, this man would have been dead. So this is what the soldier is thinking while he is doing his duty. So children, this is the story, the old man at the bridge. If I talk about the guidelines, if I talk about the theme of the story, there are three important themes which you'll see in the story when I'll be reading it line by line, word by word. First theme is suffering of common people in war. You'll see how people are facing problems, how innocent people become the victim of the war. They don't know the reason. They are not concerned with the political affairs of the country, with the politics. But then they are the one who are facing all the problems. Second thing, man's love for animals. That is about the old man. He's so much concerned about the animals. He's not bothered about his life. Again, the soldier is persuading him that please get up and move. Go away from here. The enemy is approaching. Any time attack can take place. But then the old man is not bothered about that. He's only bothered about his animal. The cat will look after itself. What about my other animals? So this is his love for his animals. And the third thing, love for one's native place. Native is your homeland, your birthplace. He's so sad to leave his place. When he'll tell the soldier children, when you'll see in the story, when he'll tell the name of his birthplace to the soldier, there'll be a smile on his face. He'll be so happy to tell the soldier that he belongs to San Carlos. He'll be so happy, oh, that's my place, my home. But poor man, because of the war, because of this attack, he had to leave his house. He had to leave his only family that was supposed to be the animal which he was having. With this today, I'll end up the lecture, children. Next time, in the second lecture, I'll be doing this story from the book. I'll be reading from the book. I'll be reading the lines from the book. And then I'll explain you this in detail. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.